Hello, in this video, we'll talk about file handling. Whenever we store data in variables in our program, then we can use its value only till program is running. As soon as program comes to an end, the variables, the values, the data which we have taken from the user, it's all gone. So if we want to save the data permanently, then what can be done? The answer is file handling. All the programming languages like C, C++, Python, they provides the facility for file handling. Let us talk about our Python file handling. So the files which we use, you think about any software like a library management. So in a library, there are thousands of books. So those books, data are already entered in the software. From there, the user will enter, okay, which book you want, maybe the name, maybe the ID. So from where that data is fetched, somewhere the file is there. So those files, they are basically called data files, which is used for some particular application. Now, these data files can be a text file, a binary file, or a CSV file. We'll talk about the text files first. Now, so the text file, here the information will be basically just like our normal ABCD 1, 2, 3 and so on. That is all simple characters which humans can read. So you can open it in a notepad and see what is there in the text file. So let us first open a text file for writing. I'll demonstrate first how we can write on a text file. Then we'll open it to read it. So first of all, we have to open it. Now to open it, we have a function called open. We have to give the file name, say my text file demo.txt. This file I want to open, that you have to give, comma, in which mode you want, writing or reading. So writing is W and reading is R. This is to be stored basically in some variable or an object, which is basically called a file object or a file handle. So some books use fn variable names here, some use f, some use fn out, some use, it can be anything like. So I prefer it here as f out, that is file output. I am writing on a file. So this is a file handle or a file object which is attached to this file, that is text file demo.txt. And in which mode? In writing mode. So now we can write on this file. Now this W mode characteristic or a feature is that if this file is not present in the disk, then it will create a new for you. And if it is already present, then also it will make it as a blank file for you. I'll give a demo with it. Okay, now we want to write something on a file. So everything will be done with this object name dot. We want to write, so function is write. First of all, we'll talk about write function. Say I wish to write something here. We are using text files using Python. Okay. Now, after writing on a file, we must close our file. So close function we have to use fout.close. Let us save this program and run this. I'm just pressing enter. You can see in the output, no error, nothing's message, nothing, because we have not used any print. So no print statement. Suppose I write here a print end of the program or something like this. So now if I run, you can see in the output, the end is coming, right? End is coming. Now let us open the text file demo. You have to go to the notepad and open it in notepad, browse at the same place where your Python program is saved. There you will find it. So file, open. You will see this text file demo there. Okay, I have opened it. You can see this output here. We are using text files using Python. So this is the magic text files. This is stored permanently. You shut down system, this file is there with you. Whatever data users This we can even ask from user, that will do later on. Okay. Now you must have observed here that both lines are coming in one single line. So with write, if you want to write second line to the next line, you have to use a /n to change the line. Okay. Fine. Now let me run this program once again. Program is perfect. Let's see the file, what the contents. Please have a look. We are using text files, using Python. This is amazing, right? Now, suppose I write only one line, any one line I'm writing. Fine. I run this program once again. Have a look at the text file. This is amazing. What about the contents, previous content? It's all gone. The contents are gone because write will always give you a new file as such. Okay, now if we think about a library management project, which I discussed earlier, there are 1,000 books. Now 10 more books came. We are adding it in. So we are writing some contents in our file. If those 1,000 books information will go, then problem. So there has to be some feature called append, that is to add at the end of a file. So this is amazing. It's already written there. This is my second chance of writing. This is second time. Suppose something like that I have written. Now this A means append mode. Let us have a look at our file, text file. This is amazing. This is second time. Okay. If you want, this should come in next line. I'm changing line. But now please have a look what will happen. If I run this, this is second time. However, this is third. Okay. So you know this, that this much was already there. These are say 1,000 books information. And now some more information entered. Similarly, you want to write some more things. Okay. Fine. Let me run this once again. We can remove this line if you want. Otherwise, this will come one more time. I'm just writing by here. I'll run this. I'll see this text file. You can see by is now added to it. However, if I write this in write mode, run this, have a look at this. Only y is coming and the line is changed because we have changed the line. Okay, so this is how we write. Another method to write on our text file is using function writelines. Okay, let's just run this. The output is coming. Let us see the text file demo. This is fun, you can see. Okay. Now, this method is basically used to write any sequence. It may be a string, list, or a tuple. Now, so suppose we create a list L with list of strings, say 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a list. It's a list, square bracket open, square bracket close. And what are inside it? They are all strings. 1 with line change, 2, line change, and so on. So this is a list of strings. I wish to write a list on a text file. Maybe you have names of students of your class, 50 students, or all school, 1,000 students. Okay, so let's just run this. We can see output end is there. Now let us see the text file. Okay, so output 1, 2, 3, 4, it's there. Similarly, if we make it as a tuple, I change something. All right, let's run this. So that's also done. Let us see. So you can see it is also written. So these are two methods of writing on a text file. Now let us do one program to write some lines of text as entered by the user to a text file. Okay, so opening a file in writing mode, file name you can choose anything. Okay, now what we wish, we want to take a line from the user, input, enter any line, enter any text or whatever. Now we wish to write this on our text file. What? This variable line. Let me just show this much only first. Enter line. Hello all. Anything I will. Okay, the program success. Let us just see in file demo. Hello all is coming. Hello all is there. Fine. Now we want that these lines should be as many as user wish to write. Two options. Either you ask the number of lines from the user, so he will count 10, 20,000. That's not maybe a good option. Another maybe we'll run this inside a loop, basically infinite times. Or I can say, as soon as user do not wish to write more lines, we will terminate the loop. So a loop will be infinite as such, but there is a break there. Okay, so let us try to do that. While true, whatever will be written in while true, as such it is infinite till we have a break. So I'll ask a line from the user, then we'll write this line. Now we want to ask user whether he wants to write more lines or not. Want to write more lines? Press Y for yes. Now we wish to break this loop if this ch is not capital Y or not small y. Then we have to break. So if ch not in capital Y or small y, then we have to break. All right. So the loop will continue. Yes. Okay. So let us run this program. Enter a line. My first line. Do you want to write more lines? Press Y for yes. Second line. Anything you can write. I'll try capital Y. Third line. You want to write? Suppose I say no or any other. Okay. Let us just have a look at the text file. My first line, second line, third line, but all the lines are coming in one single line. Why? Because we have not entered the line break. So how to do that? We can have a slash n there. We'll have it with strings. We know to strings plus operator. You all know this is one single string. All right. So let us run this once again. Enter line. Hello all. Yes. Once again. Yes. Bye bye. Let us see the output of the file. You can see all are coming in different lines. All right. Now let us do one program to input names of students of a class, and we'll write on a text file, and all the names should be in separate lines. So we'll open any text file, writing mode. We'll ask how many students are there in the class in say variable n. These many times a loop is needed. So for I in range n, we'll ask the name from the user. Enter name. And this name we have to write on a text file. The object is f_write this name, and the second name should come in second line. So we need to add a line break also. All right. So the loop will run n times, and one by one all the names will take and write on a file. Simple. Okay, let us run this. Enter the number of students. Suppose we have 3 students. Enter the name. The first student is say Akshit. The second is Sukrati. The third is Siddhi. Okay, the program is success. Let us see what is there in text file now. It is Akshit, Sukrati, and Siddhi. All the 3 names are there. Now another method for the same program we can even do with a list. Let us create an empty list, and instead of writing here directly, we'll append it to our list. So l dot append. This name we'll append along with a line break. Okay, when this loop finish, you may just check this list on screen if you wish to. Okay, now what we want to write it on a file, and we know how to write a list that is done using write lines. All right, so let us run this program now. Enter the number of students. Suppose I'll say 3. Enter the names. Say Siddhi, Sukrati, and say Akshay. If I press enter, you can see the list is ready, and the output, if you say text file, you can see my file is changed, Siddhi, Sukrati, and Akshay.